Hello, I'm Scott Bogie here with your Cage Warriors 193 athlete, Jordan O'Neill, ahead of his upcoming fight against Michael Tchamou. How are you doing today?
Good, mate. Good. All
And
good.
how are you feeling ahead of this upcoming fight?
Excited. Very excited for this. It's a great style matchup for me. And yeah, I've been out for a year now, so I'm itching to get back in there.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're saying, you've been out for around about that year. In your last fight, it was a second round knockout. No, sorry, first round knockout due to the body kick. How did you feel like that fight was going up until that short amount of time?
I was chilled. It's just relaxing. Wasn't forcing anything. Just
Yeah.
letting the fight play out. Wherever it went, I felt confident, like I do this time as well. So I'm very relaxed on there. So I just let the openings come and try and snatch them.
Exactly. And your division isn't the deepest in the Cage Warriors. Do you feel like you get a win against Michael, potentially one more win, potentially even before the end of the year, start of next year, and then you can start to try and get that fight against Dario?
Yeah, 100%. Of course, I truly believe that I'm UFC ready right now. So it's just a matter of getting the fights racked up, getting the ones racked up, and showing. I think this is the one where everybody's going to realize this is the fight where everybody's going to go. He's a he's a wee bit higher level than where he's fighting at the minute. So yeah,
And are you
this is
ready
the,
to go into the enemy territory? I know Michael does have a good backing in Newcastle.
yeah, of course. I've fought my last fight in Newcastle as well.
Yeah.
It's a great place. Really enjoyed it. The surroundings and stuff's nice. The hotel's nice. So it'll be familiar for me. So I'll be happy enough. I don't mind. Doesn't really matter where it's at once the cage door closes. So
Exactly. And what do you feel like your strengths are in this fight? I know you said it's a good stylistic matchup, but what do you feel like your strengths lie?
um, I believe I'm just technically better everywhere. To be quite honest, I know he's powerful. He's got knockout power. I know that. But I just don't think I'm going to be there for him. I think I move too well. My timing's too good, and I'm too quick. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And do you feel like you said, you are UFC quality just now? So is the plan get this fight, one more, get the title, defend the title maybe once or twice, and then get signed to the UFC?
Um, Yeah, the belt would be nice. I've always said I want to be a world champion, so it'd be nice to get that belt and then go to the UFC. Or if Contender Series comes first, whatever opportunity comes, I'm ready to take. So it's just whatever comes first.
And what do you feel like has been the toughest test so far? Because you've fought some killers. Not only have was your last test Theodoris, but you've also fought the now light heavyweight Charles Joyner, as well as Joe Ambler, who's also fought in Cave Wars as well. So you've not had the easiest run into to your start of your career. What do you feel like has been the toughest test?
Um, well, Charge is definitely a tricky customer. 6'8"
Yeah,
southpaw kickboxer, and a high level kickboxer at that. So it was definitely a challenge. I had to switch it up a wee bit and dig a wee bit deeper. Um, I really enjoyed that fight. It brought a lot out of me. I gained a lot of experience from that fight. And Joe as well, as you say, like Joe's a good competitor as well. He was very high ranked amateur for my first pro fight. But that's the way I've always kind of been. I've always been looking out for I want to fight the best from the very start of my career. I've always sought out to fight the best people I can fight. I don't believe in padding records. I don't believe in trying to get easy fights because at the end of the day, if you want to be in this game to be a world champion, you have to be able to beat everybody.
and do you feel like that is one of the advantages of fighting in Cage Warriors is the fact you're not going to get those padded records.
Yeah, of course, you're fighting the best in Europe.
Yeah,
I truly believe Cage Warriors is the hardest route. It is the most direct route to UFC, but it's definitely one of the hardest. You're fighting top level guys the whole way through there.
and we're not going to overlook Michael, but if you are able to get past him, how do you feel like you can match up against Dario or even just a contender like Naglis?
I'm not going to tell you any lies, mate. I haven't watched them too much, you know. It's not arrogant. It's just um, I just haven't watched them that much, to be honest. But I believe I beat everybody, and that's not arrogance. That's just I believe
Yeah.
my skill match up better than anybody else. I just don't think that um anybody's seen anybody move like me. I don't think anybody's got the timing, the footwork, the distance control. I don't see it. I don't see it in the game at the moment. And
And
I
do you,
just looking forward to putting that on show now.
and do you feel like you're the one that can bring Cade Warriors to Northern Ireland?
Yeah, of course. I'd love to come to Ireland. That up the north, Belfast would be great.
Yeah.
Be perfect. I think so. I think if we could do it, world title fight in Belfast. Let's go.
And am I correct in saying you're currently fighting out of the Fight Academy?
Yeah, Pride of
And
Ireland.
and how's that been for your development?
Massive, massive. Really has. It's the best gym in Europe, if not one of the best in the world at the minute.
Yeah.
Best coaches about some of the highest elite fighters that you can get on a daily basis to train with at all weights. It's got everything it says in the ton. Uh, yeah, I've come on leaps and bounds.
And when are you heading over to Newcastle to get ready for the be ready for the fight?
We fly over on the Thursday. Um, yeah, get there on the Thursday a wee bit early, and then make the weight. Get up on the Friday, weigh in, and it's showtime.
And you're ready to put on the show. And what are you going to do to celebrate?
My fiance and my son is going to be my son's first fight. He's going to go to. So we're going to go for a nice five guys after it. Hopefully, it's still open.
And what's your five guys order?
uh, I'm a bit of a plain Jane, so it's a bacon cheeseburger, probably double it up, and then as much chips and fries and milkshakes as I can get into me without being sick.
Do you leave a little bit of spice in the cage instead?
Yeah, of course, of course.
And like you said, this is your son's first fight. How does it feel like to be able to perform in front of him?
Great, it's great. I haven't really until recently. I haven't really thought too much about it. He came to. I done a grappling match there not that long ago, and he came to that, and he was nervous, but he enjoyed it. So yeah, it's going to be good. It's a bit of extra motivation. We talked about that belt earlier on. It'd be really nice to come home and just hand that to him. So it's
And
definitely a good motivator.
are you able to do you work as well as being able to be fighting?
Yeah, yeah. I've got a barber shop.
And
Um,
how has that been to try and balance the two?
it can be difficult at times, but I'm lucky enough that I can choose my own hours.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I'm very lucky because there's a lot of people in different situations where they're not their own boss and they have to work certain hours and try and get their training in as well. So very lucky, but it works.
and what was it that brought you into the game?
I was I boxed when I was younger, done a lot of boxing, and then stopped boxing and started running about drinking and stuff as you do, and then realized that look, I need to do something here. I need to get back on track and do something in my life. So I walked into the jiu-jitsu gym one day and I put the two together and started doing MMA, and that was it. Kind of got the bug. I got the bug for jiu-jitsu, and that's never went away.
Now, your your title has switched hands in the UFC just recently, with Darius unfortunately losing that belt to Khamzat Hashmaev. How do you rate Khamzat's performance in that fight? Because there is a lot of people that would like to have seen him do more with that control.
Can understand, but what he's just done
Yeah,
is pretty amazing. Like you can't take that away. Like deep DPD's a big guy, big strong guy, and they've been controlled for what was it, 23 minutes.
yeah, exactly. It's
Like for
impressive.
anybody that can do that, that's very impressive. So I know I can understand why people are calling for the finish. I do like finishes myself, and I like that. The stand and bang kind of style. That's kind of what I'm on today, but you cannot not appreciate what he just done there.
So Do you feel like Cameramat can just keep that belt just nice and warm until you just walk in there?
It'd be nice. It'd be nice. Definitely, for sure.
Cameramat Jordan's coming for you in the next year or two.
Let's go. Let's go.
And is there any? Obviously, you want to fight that champion, but is there any middleweights just now that in that UFC that you are hoping in the future to face off against?
Um, I, I know he's just lost the belt, like, and he was world champion. Like, but Duplessis would be. I would love that matchup. You know, it's a hard matchup for sure, tricky, but I would love it.
And what do you make of Darius saying that he doesn't want to face Cameramat immediately? He wants to go work on his wrestling, be able to get that resolved to be able to prepare for that matchup again.
Yeah, pretty smart, I would think. You know, if you just get dominated for 23 minutes, you're obviously doing something wrong, so you need to go and fix it first before you jump back in there again. You know, it wasn't a close fight by any margin at all, so he has to go and change a lot of things, I think.
And
You know.
who do you feel like is next for that? Because obviously you have got people like Sean Strickland who is calling out that champ. What do you feel like is next for him?
For Hamzat,
Yeah, because you also have Sean Strickland. You have, I think it's Alex Hernandez versus um the Ridder in Canada, and I think you have Chow versus Imanov in Paris in just 2 weeks' time.
I think if the Ritter gets out of this one, he's just beat Adesanya and stuff too, like, so it's that makes sense.
And what do you make of Adesanya's fall just now? Because obviously he was known as being the best middleweight that there is that in the current generation. However, he has just kind of fell back, and then in that last fight, there was just that eye poke controversy. What do you
Yeah.
make of that, his career, and what should be next?
I don't think he's done by
No,
by any degree, you know. He's fighting at the highest level he can fight at, you know. He's fighting the top guys. So it's like, and it's not as if he's getting blown away at times, you know. He's not getting
yeah,
run over. He doesn't look old. He doesn't look like as if he's like losing it. He's just fighting top guys that are finding ways to beat him. And when you're at the top of the game for as long as he's been, there's a lot of studying going on. There's a lot of studying going on that people are doing, and you're the guy that's got the target in his back. So everybody in the division is preparing to beat you, you know. So
and
obviously, at times it's gonna catch up.
I think what this matchup just now for you personally is good is the fact that Michael has got that experience of being in that cage 11 times. It just gives you that guy who's been in there, he knows what to do, he knows how to, he's seen stuff that you're able to do. It just shows you how you are, what level you currently are at.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Um, yeah, there's a good bit of footage on him, you know, but I don't think he does anything that what's the
Surprises you?
word? Not that he's surprised. Like, I don't think he does anything with that much rhythm
Yeah,
that you could really tell. You know, like, it's not like he's got like a style as such. You know, he's very reckless. He marches forward and he throws big bombs. Um, but each fight sort of he looks a wee bit different. You know,
yeah. We'll just see.
I don't study too much, to be quite honest. I try and focus on what I'm going to do and try and worry about getting myself better and fixing whatever holes are in my game. You know, I don't really look too much into my opponent because even the stuff that he's doing wrong, I'll look at some of the stuff he does good.
Yeah,
But I won't focus too much on the things he does wrong because in my head I'm thinking he's fixed them. You know, I'm expecting the
yeah.
best version of him. So I don't look
And
and try and pinpoint things he does wrong.
we'll see what his rhythm is come September the 13th and see what type of dance partner he is.
Mm.
And we'll be able to see you get a fantastic performance once again. Thank you for coming on. Is there anyone you want to shout out or anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, just shout out my sponsors. I'll tag them underneath this here.
Yeah. Is
Sweet.
there? And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Make sure you guys catch you Cage Warriors 193 and you can see Jordan put another foot into getting that belt. Thank you so much.
Thank you, mate.